this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Couldn't do it without you, need your full participation. And we give it back to just show our appreciation. Tune in daily, get your positive vibrations. Learn different words in your own native language. Learn being black ain't all about slavery. Put that in the school book, it's part of education. We need to rewrite it, need some better information. Like how we built the pyramids and formed our own nation. Visit different continents and then try to invade them. Way before Columbus, but that ain't none of these pages. It's all just rumors, just a bunch of speculation. But why I never admit every hero is Caucasian. Even white people starting to say this shit is racist. Like how they talking to blacks for this vaccination. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we give it back, this is our appreciation. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we give it back, this is our appreciation. Appreciate the views and appreciate the comments. Keeping it real, always giving you this content. Hoping that my people don't take nothing out of context. Giving you this knowledge, hoping that it change your mindset. Telling you you're beautiful like the dawn of the sunset. And letting them know black power is more than just a concept. Major TV, you know we do this for the people. Changing the community and raising future leaders. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Couldn't do it without you, need your full participation. And we give it back just to show our appreciation. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Couldn't do it without you, need your full participation. And we give it back just to show our appreciation.
Good day, good day, good day. Positive vibration. This is Major. And thank you for tuning to Major TV. Let's talk. Hopefully it's my last day in the hotel. I was told my truck may be finished late evening today. So if that's the case, I'm about to go back out there and get the bag. But in part of my ways from out Pennsylvania, which I don't think will be coming up anymore. I want to do another live while I'm in this hotel have time to just communicate with the people. I want to thank everybody that's been tuning in when I do drop a video. I know when you don't show your face live on the block, people tend to wave and go somewhere else. But I'm still that dude. I'm still that person, still that guy that's trying to just have a message, have some positive encouragement, as well as a good word to encourage those who are sincere about changing their life, changing their family and community, and basically just being righteous in your walk. And we know being righteous is kind of throw out there loosely because we all fight with things inside of us. But for me, this is part of my journey. It's part of my walk. Today, I want to talk about something that's important. And I am a living testimony to what I'm about to say. Seize the moment. No one can stop you from being great. I will say this one more time. Seize the moment. No one can stop you from being great. If you're watching, like this video, share this video. If we're trying to encourage somebody in a time of need. We're trying to help in some kind of way. Sharing videos like this can help somebody change the way they're thinking, what they may have been going through in their life, and just giving them some type of sense of encouragement. And when I talk about this subject, I often think about what can I say to the people that's in need of some direction, some understanding, some type of answers when they're in a state of darkness, confusion, or concern. But when I think about the entitled video, seize the moment, no one can stop you being great. You're looking at somebody, that grew up poor in New Orleans and two different housing projects, went to prison for a very long time after believing that black people was just messed up according to the powers that be that flash different things on the television, how we treated each other and how other people treated us. I had to go into the institutions, prisons, to understand a lot of things that's not, or at that time was commonly spoken in my household and community. Once I pick up books written by great black people, melanated people, I was able to understand that we wasn't the problem. I was able to understand that we have been through so much as a people, and then learning that we are the original people, origin of civilization, and a lot of scientific, technological, entrepreneurship, and all these other things, innovators and what have you. And it be dumbed down to people that just want to fight and fuss, that's confused, that act like they don't know what they're doing and what they want. I was glad to know that it wasn't what was told of me and how we were acting to each other. It was more of a deeper aspect, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, etc. Right? And when I come on my Thursday, I was totally lost. Even once I came into the knowledge, the weight of this system, the weight and pressure of life would make you go back to the same stuff and make you seem like what you learned don't mean nothing. But I had an epiphany the last time with the prison fighting the police, right? And after watching all these police shootings, right, and tasing of black men and women, I actually fought the police, literally. I didn't get tased, I didn't get shot, all praise to God. I know I'm one of those exceptions, right? But I had an epiphany that, I was just letting my life go. I was just, and at the point when I got arrested, I had a lot of good things going for me. But I wasn't humble. I didn't really realize what was going on, right? But when I went to prison this time, and the funny part, I beat all the charges. I went back on a parole violation. But I had a chance to look at my life and look at me. And I came home with a whole different mindset. And my life was going up, then they went tank down, they went up, like, right? And when I look back, and we're talking about 12 years ago, I'm in my 50s right now, early 50s. There was an epiphany that came with me, and that epiphany was I have to start taking my life and things around me seriously, especially because I know that the way the system's set up is designed for us not to achieve. It's not that It's designed that we can't. It's designed that it don't want us. This thing they're gonna throw at us to discourage us, right? That's why I respect anybody that been through ebbs and flows in life and they got there knowing that there was stumbling blocks and obstacles that was out there that didn't want them to get what they got, right? But they did it. And when I got serious and really approached life with the attitude of making sure that I really can't help nobody until I really help myself, meaning I can pass on advice. Can make a donation or do something to charity way towards family, friends, and people I don't even know in our community, right? But realistically, I'm trying to get me together, right? And when I seized the moment, and I'm not saying that it was not tough. I'm not saying that I didn't have these moments where I have these moments now, like feel like life is so heavy. But I do realize that once we get serious, once you really decide to become better, bigger than the moment, then all that stuff that's going on, things changes. We look in our community, we see a lot of self-pity, a lot of victimization mindset, being victims. We see a lot of mental health and trauma. We see a lot of confusion, right? And what's so hard is when you're transitioning from all that, people don't know how to relate to you. They don't understand that Pat taking something to the next level, Lindell taking her life way over here that's very prosperous. Ophelia is looking at life where I don't have to settle. That's what it's dealing with relationships, people in your family, people you are friends with. Some of them are toxic. Some people don't see that all the drinking, the smoking, and what have you is not bringing me what I'm looking for. All the hanging out, all the whining and crying about trauma and things that we're going through, but not finding solutions. And when I got serious, I seized the damn moment. And the being great, that's a loose term of saying that you overcome something, that you are respected among your peers and everybody else because they know when they come to you, you know what I'm saying? You're going to give them the real because you've been there, you've done that. Being great don't mean you have to be an athlete. You have to be in front of the film. Being great is conquering the unconquerable. When I say unconquerable, a lot of things that's happening to us is supposed to be for us, really. But it's unconquerable to a lot of us because mentally we already defeated. We have already given up on our real God-given right to exercise self-determination, exercise the right and freedoms to do and be whatever in a righteous way. And for me, I often believe that we haven't truly embraced season of moment. I often believe a lot of us are in a world of self-doubt, fear, self-pity, confusion, self-hate, the lack of loving self. And a lot of time we look at things around us and we let it affect us mentally and spiritually, whereas and emotionally, whereas it impede our progress. And it's sad to see in our communities how it is. It's sad to know the people that we grow to love, family, friends, and don't see the big picture. But what's important is understanding that you're no good to anyone if you don't understand what you're to do for self. Shout out to Lindell Williams. Thank you for the super chat, super stickers donation. Thank you, sister. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I'm not here with the fancy words. I don't do videos for subscribers, views, and likes. Even though I may ask you all to subscribe, to like, and share the video. That's because I'm trying to share something with you that can be helpful. I don't care if I have one person watch my video. And this is the conclusion I've came to. I want those who are willing to listen to what I have to say, as well as engage with me. And let's have a respectable rapport and conversation. Let's see if we can network and build. Let's see what we can do to make things around us better, whether it's for ourselves, family, friends, or community. That's where I'm at. I'm past all the rah. Just making videos, and not really bringing substance. And for me, it means a lot that when I hear people tell me, well, Major, I won't lie, you inspired me because you said this when you was going through this. I was able to tell my son, I was able to tell my husband, I was able to tell my daughter, whatever. That touches me because I know I'm talking to the hearts of those who are sincere, those who really want to hear something positive, something that we can build with, and something that we can really have a real discussion and even take a plan of action towards it. I don't believe that age really matters. I really believe is where you at spiritually and mentally really matters. Because sometimes some of us don't catch on as fast as others. Some of us are slow in really receiving and picking up information and understanding, well, damn, this is my life journey. This is my destiny. I believe this is my calling. And I hear people say it a lot, but I also see a lot of people get discouraged. And that's cool too. But what's important is you getting this all together and making sense. Like I was telling somebody I love and care for that sometimes I wonder, like, damn, on my 50s, I'm finally catching on to what's going on. And some of the stuff I knew, not everything, I knew a nice little bit of stuff. And I'm just catching on, but I realize it's never too late. Lost time is lost time, but it's never too late to get your stuff together, do what you have to do. A lot of us do live in fear. A lot of us do deal with self-doubt. A lot of us don't really understand the gist of what's really going on in our lives. What we see every day, what's going on. And a lot is like a jigsaw puzzle. It's like being in a maze and you trying to find yourself out that maze. And sometimes it can be so damn confusing. But that's cool. What you shouldn't do is look the other way. What you shouldn't do is ignore what's going on in front of you. What you need to do, and it's just simple social arithmetic. It's simple social arithmetic, and I created that just off the top of my head, right? Just saying sometimes when you see you doing the same thing, but getting the same results, they call it sanity. But also there is wisdom and blessing in every lesson. When you see that's not working, you do something else. See, I didn't become an entrepreneur overnight. It took years of me trying to figure out what I want to do, get full autonomy within, within this racist system. But at the same time, understanding freedom is more mentally and spiritually than physically. Because see, a person can lock you up, but they can't lock this up. You can think beyond them bars and see your reality in your future. I seen when I was incarcerated what I wanted to do, and I came out here and did it and way much more. Seizing the moment, meaning that being serious about looking at your life, asking yourself tough and real questions about, are you happy with yourself? Can you do more? You know the powers that be and what they have done, and you see the effects of it in our community. How you deal with that? Do you walk away from it? Do you get yourself dressed up and ready to approach it? Do you feel like your calling is to do community building in reference to investing in self, right? In you, in your brain, in your talents, in your ability to create something, and then you bring it to the people, and at the same time, articulate empowerment, articulate cultural awareness, articulate self-love, articulate issues in our community that really need a real discussion, and then listen to the people, listen to the those who have a verse in our community, and then try to sit down and see how we can create a pot of gumbo, and then feed the people food of thought, food of wisdom, food of action. That's what it's all about. It's cool when I can make these videos. It's cool when I get people in this live and comment. And it's cool to even know that we can have a conversation without calling each other out their name, without yelling, hollering, without making nobody feel less than, right? And then individually let people talk. But guess what? It's even better after we do all this. We go in the community and we go to implement a lot of things we talked about. See, I won't always be here. You won't always be here. So knowing that one day you're going to another unknown world, when you die, while you're here, take advantage of what you can do, what you can say, and how you can change lives. Too many times people expect something to fall out the sky, or we have this great black messiah or somebody who's just so down to people that can just bring major change. But I always say, change starts with you. You might be a next person that can touch that person that might touch the next person that can possibly grab that mantle and go to the next level and really trying to do things in our community. Because it's not too much what we say, it's sometimes we don't say. It's not too much what we do, it's sometimes we don't do. See, too many times we make things too public. Too many times, as soon as we feel we own something, we go out there head first, knowing or should have known the powers that be not gonna allow you just to do what you want to do, and that's that. Say what you want to say, and that's that. If they see a revolution of change, people coming together to make a change, they're gonna create devices. They're gonna implement different distractive mechanisms as well as self-destructive mechanisms in our community. We have to be prepared for that. And too many times we don't. And instead of being a part of the spotlight, we should be a part of the people, mixing and mingling, and making sure that we can't easily be divided. Whatever we decide to implement that becomes a movement or a cause for change can be easily destroyed. We have to understand that in this day and time, it's way more sophisticated. Technology has taken things to certain heights that some of us can't even imagine. And then we'll find out later in the courtroom, or we'll find out later, and unfortunately, how you listen to us, every little device we have on, how there's no problems, you got cameras everywhere. You learn about all this, and you see how these big companies work with the government. This is some real stuff. And if we think the president can just allow us just to walk into our community and just advocate change, produce change without some kind of retribution, some kind of reaction, some kind of detrimental consequence, we're fooling ourselves. I think we all should prepare for debt. Excuse me. I think we all should prepare for debt, and even going to prison if we're in a situation where we're challenging the powers that be because we're not happy in what's going on in our community. But I think that We should be as verbal, and I think we should take a community and approach in the community step by step with some kind of order, some kind of structure, and some kind of meaningful attachment to the people, whereas the people receive us. Because sometimes we talk about things in our community, a lot of us are not even connected to community. A lot of us not as forthcoming in reference to really showing the people why you talking the way you're talking, why you doing what you're doing, why you want to help them. Because too many times people came in the guise of, oh, I'm about the people. This is going on in our community. We need to do this, that, and other. But a lot of times these people don't have, excuse me, they don't have well thought out plans. They don't prepare. They don't look at the strength and weaknesses and what they're doing. They don't have the approach of understanding that for every action is a reaction. For everything you say and do that steps on toes and the feet of the enemy, there will be a reaction, right? And then not making sure that if you are taking away, someone else come right after you. To really make this out a life journey mission. People easily get caught up in not believing in anything we're saying. And one thing I was talking to a pastor of mine out of New Orleans, right? And he's an activist, and he's doing things in New Orleans. Me and him go way, way back, right? He's really elder over me. We go way back. He's from my project, from my community I grew up in, or the projects we grew up in. And he told me the people want to see consistency. He has a lot of stop the violence movements in New Orleans. I don't totally agree with everything and the approach about it, but I respect he got something to say and trying to do something. But to make a long story short, we have to be consistent. We have to let people see us. We have to actually show we're sincere. And then more importantly, we gotta produce results. We have to produce results. That's a given. But let me get back, because I kind of drifted, but I gotta get back into this because we have to understand what I'm trying to say. And when I say seize the moment, family, sometimes we gotta get off our asses. Sometimes we have to stop making excuses. Sometimes we gotta stop finger pointing and just go out there and do something with ourselves. You know you can write a book. You know you have an invention. Create the patents and whatnot. Get legal with it and present it. Or get the funding to produce. We know we have business ideas. Understand how to operate a small business. Two important people you need is a lawyer and an accountant. You might get one a lawyer part, but you don't need an accountant with the numbers, but eventually you need a lawyer. We can't let age, I'm telling y'all, man, like a lot of things is happening good to me. It happened real late. Because every time I found out something new, I always dig a hole for myself. And like somebody said it best, but I say this as well. I'll make 2-3 steps forward, then go 5 steps backwards. Because I wasn't really solid in my approach. And that was cool, but I lost a lot of valuable time. Now in my 50s, I'm as ambitious as ever. But in the back of my mind, I really wish I would have been on this stuff when I was in my 30s. And a lot of my family friends are wrestling with the idea of coming in on self. So seize the moment is just not giving energy to what's going on systemically around you, racism, or all the naysayers. Focus on what you can do. Focus on your ability, because if you believe in a higher spiritual source, that God that wake you up and guide you throughout the day, that give you the energy and power to do things, you know it's possible. I really believe racism, the systemic issues, is more mental to us than what's really going on. Even though it's definitely, I'm going through something right now in Pennsylvania. These white folks been having me in this hotel for a week playing on my truck. Now I'm not paying for it. The company is paying for it. You know that I bought it from. I had warranty, whatever, but they see a black man that bought his own truck on his own truck company, got his own authority. They don't like that, and I know this. And I was pissed. I was mad as hell, right? But you know what? When I went off and got some things off my mental, I prayed to the highest source, that spiritual source I believe in. And I just put it in God's hand. And I flipped the negative and the positive. I know they want me to spend money for the hotel, which I'm going to get the company to pay for it. But the point of the matter is, even the company don't pay for everything. And I know I'm taking a bit of a loss. I ain't lose my faith. I ain't lose my faith. And trust me, I was mad. And it took me a lot to really digress and understand I'm still in this demonic system. I'm in this system that systemically hate to see melanated people do their thing. And I have so many stories, because I got, I'm a trucking company, so I'm be doing a trucking video. And I'm trying to see how I want to do it, but there's so many things that happen to black drivers. I hear so many stories I didn't hear. I got so much to say, right? That's why I say it's not one thing. That's why when they say, well, all right, white people are racist, I don't know any good ones myself. You know what I'm saying? They may appear to, I don't know. I'm going to be real with you. Because see, when I be around them, they be having regular jobs and what have you, and what I'm doing with Freightliner and what have you, number white people, and they reaction to me, I already know what it is. But I had an epiphany in this hotel over a week, over a week now. Understanding what's going on right now. This is really a testimony, just talking about what's going on. But I know they hate to see melanated people rise. They hate to see us elevate and be great. That's why I said, don't let nobody tell you can be. You're looking at somebody been to prison a couple of times, just a time. You're looking at somebody that was literally illiterate and learned stuff in prison and got a GED, got some colleges on my jack. You know what I'm saying? Got some trades, did some things, right? And even after I fought the police and came on this time, I wound up beat the charge. Then I wound up getting I wound up getting a truck driving school, and I ain't look back. That's why when I hear people talking, I can't really talk about what nobody else been through. What the experience, I'm talking what my experience been like. And no, I know everybody's not major, but I know there's people that's doing bigger things than me out here. And I'm talking about younger people. And that's why I said we can't help each other. We can't communicate with each other on some real stuff. What are we doing? If we can't really build with each other, what are we doing? Like, I often kind of get taken back about the social media stuff and why I do videos, right? And I know why I do it, but I just see so much counterproductive behavior. I see things I just don't agree with, so I kind of like stay in my lane. But I really want people to know this, and I'm being as sincere as possible. Seizing the moment means just taking advantage of opportunities, and then turning opportunities into something big. Because we should all have a legacy that want to leave something to our children, to our family, friends, whoever, you know what I'm saying, you want to leave something to. And we should want to be respected in the eyes of our peers and loved ones, because too many times we dying with any cause or purpose. Too many times, and I'm not just talking about the violence in our community, I'm talking about period. You can die of some kind of ailment or disease. You can die of some kind of sickness. Things happen. But why not want to do some things to create change in your life that can ultimately create change? Other people like, because when you're producing fruit, when you good fruit, and when you are prospering, people are seeing that. And that, in some people's eyes, that's a lot of hope, especially if they've been battling with certain things, addictions, um, confusion, self-hate, a lot of issues and things we do in our community. To watch you evolve into somebody they once seen, took life for granted, wasn't serious, with the ebbs and flows and what have you. But now I realize this the journey I want to take. We are the control of our fate. We are the control of our fate. We can't think that the system, the powers that be, the oppressive, whomever, can determine our future. We have too many. Our ancestors in history prove that in some of the most worst conditions, they was able to overcome. And with that being said, there was just another video while I'm in this hotel, ready to leave, been ready to leave, to talk to the people about seizing the moment. No one can stop you from being great. And as I said about being great, that's often a loose term. You don't have to be no celebrity. You don't have to be somebody that's making millions to be great. You can be great in your own way by creating a change in your life that can often help other people be inspired to change, to be inspired to want uh, better. To say, well, like I often get told this, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm not. I'm talking about not one, two, several people remind me often how they tell people how proud they are of me. They always tell me they're proud of me, right? And they say you come so far and you did so much, and I admire how you helped me with this, how you helped me with that. People tell me this oftenly, oftenly praising, that life change, that often accompanied me doing a YouTube video called Major TV. And I gracefully, appreciate that. I gracefully bow and appreciate them acknowledging my change. But I do counter it by also saying that you can do the same. And too often we get caught up into the praising and people acknowledging all the good things you're doing, but you can see the state in, and you're supposed to accept that a person giving you props and praise. You should also want to encourage them too, because a lot of times, and I know some of us are just afraid, don't know any better, don't have that 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 inward, that inward um strength. And I try my best to like encourage, help, but sometimes it's a thing. Whereas we just still have to be that example. We still have to keep them encouraged because we don't know when a person may change one day. And I know some people that change and impressed me in many ways. And I was always listening to you, Major, but I got it and understand what you're saying, and I just smile. And I say there's things about me y'all don't really know. There's things about me that I'm doing that y'all don't know. And there's a reason why I don't always bring everything I'm doing on social media. It's a reason. It's not for to be with the braggadocious thing, just to show this and show that. I show glimpses of different things when it happens. Like I always said, like I didn't do it for no clout chase. I didn't do this to be recognized. I don't often call my last name. I just say Major, right? But my last name ain't been on certain things. I often not even talk about what I've been through and me being incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? But today I really just talked about some things and whatnot. Um, I wasn't always the person I am today, and I've grown into this person, and growing a person. Like I said, and then watching YouTube. When I used to watch it, because I don't watch it as much, but I wasn't liking what I was hearing. I wasn't liking what I was seeing, and I still, to a certain degree, don't agree with like some things I see, but there's some things I really, really like. As people I see that, yeah, okay, cool. And for me, it's like that's why I started doing these videos. That's why I really just started reaching out to people, and it's been a hell of a journey for me. It's been a beautiful journey for me because um, I didn't have my low punch with this where I was ready to stop doing this YouTube stuff. Then I had my high punch where I've met people, I've networked, and people right now that's live, they communicate with me and what have you on this live. We can talk on the phone, we can chop it up, what have you. And people know that I pass my number out like it's not a big deal as long as we can have a respectful conversation. But there is questions, there's concerns that people have. I try to answer. I don't have every answer to everything because something I chose not to talk about. But the only thing I know, I just be me. And a lot of time I just want to share my testimony. I just want people to be encouraged and not be discouraged and what's all going on because I know we can seize the moment and be great. Pat Top, how you doing, bro? Salute at Major TV. My sister Lindell Williams, Grand Rising, Major Grand Rising sister. Glad you was able to come through. Ophelia Francis, Shalom Major. Excuse me, Shalom Family Love. Shalom, sister. Roshan Irvin, what's up, brother Major Room? I finally caught you live, brother. It's been a while. Salute, Roshan, man. I really appreciate that. I haven't really been doing lives. I won't lie. I started my trucking company, so I'm doing the trucking thing kind of heavy. And I just had to just understand the business of doing business with trucking. I have an online business, but I had to understand this business and stuff. And I created 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say one for sure, working on a second job. So I be trying to create jobs, help out people get incomes and what have you. But I haven't been having time for it. I've really been trying to look at different investments and stuff like that. Look at what to get into, and I've been doing some business coaching and stuff, helping people get things organized in their life. I'm still working with the young youth and what have you. So I've been really spread thin. But I'm glad you caught up with me, man. I'm gonna be doing another live thing July the 23rd, what have you. But I'll be doing it when I get a chance, man. But right now, I feel like my calling right now is to basically get my feet underneath me and really build so I can help other people. But I really appreciate you coming through. And there's the ancestors, one love. Got the black, green, and red heart. I feel you. I feel you. The people's advocate. Rise and shine, Major, and chat room smile. Thank you, sister, for coming through. All praises. Black man. Hello, my people. All praise to the Most High. Be one all. Be one first. Always struggling and thriving against the most satanic, corrupt society on the planet. Yes, yes. Revolutionary 2, Shalom, be one family. Shalom for coming through. I see the red, green, black horse. Thank you for coming through, Revolutionary. Callie's Act, salute, fam. Salute to you as well. Salute, salute, salute. Um, yeah, so that's what I want to talk with you all about. When I find the time, I try to do live man in the morning because throughout the day I'll be trying to do other things and what have you. But I'm glad that every time I do a live, I have somebody coming because these are pop-up lives, they're not scheduled lives, just pop and do it. So when you come and catch it, I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully, throughout the replay, people can catch the vision and what have you. But just a thing of just connecting with the people, and having something positive to say, real talk. So go out there and seize the moment. No one can stop you from being great. Go out there and seize the moment. No one can stop you from being great. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you have an ailment. I don't care if you're sickly. I don't care what have you. If you have the ability, do it. If not, because of whatever reason, that's cool too. But don't let nothing or no one say you can't. Don't be discouraged by what you see. And don't let the naysayers say what can be done. There's a lot of people that have an idea about what they think should be done versus what not should be done. And I feel like that's a matter of opinion. You should know your limitations. You should know what lane you should be in or want to be in. You should know how much you're willing to do and what you can and cannot do. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming through. Thank you for all love and support. I'm always grateful and humble and this experience of just getting on social media and talking to the people. And I love how y'all receive me. And I love the fact that no matter what I'm going through, no matter how it may look, y'all still receive me. And I'm real grateful for that. Y'all be strong, be safe, be small, and just be you. Peace.
Let's talk. Yeah. Doing it from the heart, that's the only way of doing it. Giving them food for thought, cause these Jews are real jewelry. Remember, we used to march for peace. The days Dr. King, remember, we would walk the streets showing our unity. Yeah, strength in numbers, we need to talk among us. We need to show more love and be more supportive. Product of my environment, something wrong with the soil. Soldier with no platoon, cause every day it's a war. Doing it from the heart, that's the only way of doing it. Giving them food for thought, cause these Jews are real jewelry. Remember, we used to march for peace. The days Dr. King, remember, we would walk the streets showing our unity. Doing it from the heart, cause that's the only way of doing it. Giving them food for thought, cause these Jews are real jewelry. Remember, we used to march for peace. The days Dr. King, remember, we would walk the streets showing our unity. Let's talk. I ain't saying that it gotta happen overnight, but we gotta make a change to preserve life. Serve a greater purpose, and start with you and I. Gotta plant seeds of hope deep in your mind, and let it grow to something you never thought it would. And give back all the blessings to the neighborhood, just the way you should, the only way to do it. This is Major TV Music, Black Media. Doing it from the heart, that's the only way of doing it. Giving them food for thought, cause these Jews are real jewelry. Remember, we used to march for peace. The days Dr. King, remember, we would walk the streets showing our unity. Doing it from the heart, that's the only way of doing it. Giving them food for thought, cause these Jews are real jewelry. Remember, we used to march for peace. The days Dr. King, remember, we would walk the streets showing our unity.
The Negro is still languished in the corners of American society, finds himself in exile in his own land. So we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned.